I'm somewhere between giving a diagnosis and giving a name to something as beneficial, or it's manifesting the disease even more. Okay, so I think that if you focus too much on, I have this disease, I have this diagnosis, I have this, and you let yourself become the disease and you get in a negative mindset about it, yes, you can start to just feel so bad for yourself and focus on the problem instead of a solution. But that's the other part why I said I'm in between. Is like how they say you are not your diagnosis, you're not your name. But to me, it's still really important to know, because if there is something that you could be diagnosed with, whether or not the way they diagnose you is correct, that's a whole nother story, right? Because it has changed the way they diagnose you for different things so much over the years. So whether or not you believe the diagnosis, that's a whole nother thing. But if it could be true, right? Say you trust their method a little bit. What are you going to do with that information now that you know? Are you going to start immediately taking a medication that has tons of risks? Or are you going to try some different things? It's like being a doctor is literally out doing statistics all day. Okay, let me do this probability. What are your chances if you take this medication versus if you don't take this medication on your symptoms getting worse? And then it's a game because you don't know. It's always about the probabilities of if this medication has worked for other people. No two people are the same, so they don't 100% know. They can just tell you your risks if you do or don't take their treatment method. So I'm like, at least if I know that I have a tendency to do things, we'll use my diagnosis. I have a tendency to do things that people with ADHD do. When I was a kid, I was prescribed Ritalin for ADHD. My mom did not give it to me. She said no. She refused the medication. She told the doctors she didn't want me to turn into a zombie. So I didn't take it, and I made it through all of my school. I remember it was really hard to focus because in grade school and high school, I didn't take anything to manage my ADHD. Nothing. So I was just out there. Now I take herbs that help me focus. But back then I had nothing. I made it. I did make it. I did try Adderall. Did not work for me. Okay, I talked in one of my other videos about my whole experience with trying Adderall. I tried it a couple different times when I first started college, and I tried it like 2 times. No, it was not healing vibes for me. Okay, by any means, it might have did some stuff, but it wasn't healing energy. So was not going to work for me. So I just went through college, got my bachelor's in nutrition and science, and that I graduated with honors without taking Adderall. And then I did my master's in functional medicine and nutrition. But at that point, I was taking herbs that supported my nervous system and helped me have calm focus and balance those happy brain hormones. So I was taking things like green tea extract, the Gutta cola leaf, the ginkgo leaf, all these herbs and teas that just help my focus. That's what I've been taking. I keep hitting this thing. But I can tell the difference when I take it versus when I don't. I don't know. I swear I can. It's like it really, and I know I'm not the only one because I have some other friends that also started taking it because they're like, oh, I want to try, and they love it too. And there's tons of research on it that supports it. So I'm like, I know this is real. So when I don't take it, I just notice I'm a little bit less focused. And I'll start, and I'm like, girl, did you take your tincture today? No. Okay, I take Mental Master, which has all my favorite herbs to support my clear focus in a nice, perfect dose. It's supposed to be 30 drops, which is about half of one of these droppers. You can take this 1 to 3 times a day. I usually only take it once or twice, depending on how much focus I need to have. I'll take it in the morning, and then sometimes in the afternoon. I'm like, ooh, I'm feeling a little, so I take it, and it works for me. I know that it's a great antioxidant, and the risks of anything, side effects, are so low that they just have so many possible great benefits that it's worth it for me. And it's $12, so it's not a big investment for me to make for something that helps so much. So I'm here for this. I wish I would have had it when I was younger, because I did not. And I wish I would have had this exact tincture back when I was in my college, instead of having to mix all the herbs all together and buy a bunch of different ones, because that was messy and took a lot more time and was more expensive. But now I have them all in one, so it's my perfect. And I was on the way to the grocery store, hence the coat, and I realized I didn't take my tincture. That's what I wanted to tell you guys. Hello, I did not take my tincture this morning, and I'm like getting ready for the grocery store. I got my list, and I'm like, something's off. And I had my tea, but I didn't have my tincture. So today I figured I would share with you my tincture and tell you what I do with it. Share some of that tea about the Adderall too, because I tried that again after I was done with college a couple more times to see, because I am never done with school. I'm always working on a certificate. And somebody else again told me, you know, that it really does help and this or that. I'm like, okay, I'll try one more time to see, you know. And I didn't have this tincture at the time, so I was still making concoctions with all the different herbs, trying to do that by myself. And I'm like, sure, I'll try it. No, not healing energy, okay? And I don't want to live like that. I don't want to do those things. So for me, this is my natural support. I love you guys, and I hope you have a great day. I started to say come back for more tea tomorrow, but I won't be here tomorrow. Come back for more tea on Monday. Sundays are sacred Sundays, and there is very, very little technology in my house on Sundays. I will take a video or take a picture of something I'm doing, like baking with the kids or something fun, but I tell myself there's no pressure. It's not a video. I'm not explaining, talking, doing those kinds of things, because Sunday is the day of rest. Sunday is my sacred day. You can pick any day of the week, but I think it's important to pick one day that you don't do anything that's work. And since I love what I do so much, it doesn't really feel like work to me. I'll end up doing and forgetting that I need to take a rest from the technology. So, do I still like to capture moments on Sundays? Yes, but I try to use it more like a disposable camera. It's not, but I don't look at the pictures. That's my rule. I just take them. If there's something we're doing, I'm like, hey, let's take a picture, babes. Whatever. But I don't rewatch it. I don't edit them. I'm not posting. If there is like a journal prompt, it's scheduled from Saturday. I'm not trying to get on social media really at all on Sundays. So that's something that I'm doing, and I'll be back on Monday. So you can count on the tea from Monday through Saturday. Just Sundays, I'm hoping everybody does the same kind of social media cleanse. You know, we could all use it. I love you guys.